And we are back. Welcome back to the channel, guys. The countdown continues. You guys know it is fight week, and we have the return of Terrence "Bud" Crawford. He'll be headlining the Riyadh season card in Los Angeles, California, at the BMO Stadium. And he's taking on a tough, rugged competitor in Israel Madrimov, who happens to be the WBA 154-pound champion. And I mentioned if Crawford actually wins this fight this coming Saturday, it'll make him a 4-division champion and possibly a 2-belt champion if the WBO title's on the line. But first of all, let me send out a shout out to Turki Al-Sheikh for making this happen. Turki Al-Sheikh, he's changing boxing, he's changing the game. I didn't mention that, he signed this deal with Golden Boy and I think Top Rank. And so now we should be able to start getting some of these fights, across the street fights. A lot of times in the sport of boxing, we've had this issue where certain fighters aren't fighting each other because one's on Top Rank or, one's with Golden Boy or the Zone or with the PBC. So hopefully Turki Al-Sheikh, getting into the business of boxing will get the fights that we want, the fights that the fans deserve to see, and a lot of these shenanigans go away. So I just want to send a shout out to him for being a true boxing fan and making things happen. So we'll see what happens in the future, but I have a lot of respect for him, and he's making boxing fun again. I think he's making boxing fun again. But anyway, besides the Terrence "Bud" Crawford fight, a fight that I'm really interested in is the co-main event. And that is Isaac "Pitbull" Cruz versus Jose Valenzuela. I think this is going to be one hell of a fight. And I'm going to give my prediction in the fight, but let's look at both of the guys here. First, I got the box rec pulled up here on Isaac Cruz. Isaac Cruz, guys, he's 26-2, 18 KOs. He has a 69% KO ratio, guys. 26 years of age. You guys know his name's Pitbull, his alias. 5'4", short in stature, orthodox fighter. And he just came off of a big win, of course, over Rolando "Rolly" Ramiro, capturing that WBA title, which I figured he was going to do. I didn't think Rolly really standed a chance against Pitbull Cruz. And the reason being, in my opinion, was because Rolly doesn't really have a good skill set, and he just could not keep Pitbull Cruz up off of him. I knew that was going to be the story in that fight, and it pretty much was the story in the fight. So congratulations to Pitbull Cruz for capturing his first title at 140. You guys know he was at 135. He made a name for himself when he fought Gervonta "Tank" Davis. Although he lost the fight, he put up a pretty decent fight. I'll say that. He gave Tank some problems in the fight. Now, Tank was injured in the fight. He was able to win the fight by his superior boxing, but Isaac Pitbull Cruz did put on a good performance, and he gained a huge fan base that night. Now, let's look at his opponent. Let me pull up his opponent here. Jose Valenzuela, guys, he's 13-2, 9 KOs. He has a 69% KO ratio. He's 25 years of age. His alias is Rayo, of course. A lot taller. He's 5'10", southpaw fighter. And here's the thing about Rayo. He's actually moving up to 140. This is his first time fighting in that division. And I'm interested in seeing how well he looks at 140. Now, as far as my prediction goes, honestly, I'm going to have to ride with Jose Valenzuela in this fight. And there's a reason for that. Some of the things that's playing against him to me is, him not fighting at 140 before. I'll say that kind of worries me a little bit. Him being susceptible to being knocked down, that bothers me. You guys know the Edwin De Los Santos fight. He got dropped in that fight, I think a couple of times, if I'm not mistaken. So that kind of worries me a little bit. But the thing I see with Jose Valenzuela is that he is a superior boxer than Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Isaac Pitbull Cruz, he doesn't have any boxing finesse. He's a guy that's going to come straight ahead. He's a guy that's just going to try to take off your head. But we've seen that he had problems, and let's see what this fight was he had problems with. It wasn't his last fight with Rolly. It was Cabrera, Giovanni Cabrera. He had a lot of problems in that fight because Cabrera actually knew how to box. And I think it's going to be the same issue with Jose Valenzuela, in my opinion, because Jose Valenzuela has a great jab. He has decent footwork. You know, he has power as well. He knows how to use the ring. We seen what he did to little B-Hop. He was robbed in the first fight with B-Hop, but then he knocked out B-Hop in the second fight. So I just think Jose Valenzuela has the skill set and the power. He possesses both power and skills, where Pitbull Cruz is more of a power guy. He's more of a brawler, not a boxer. So I'm actually leaning towards Jose to win this fight. But I don't, you know, I don't have any doubt in my mind that the fight will be entertaining. I think that jab's going to keep Isaac Pitbull Cruz at bay, being Jose has, you know, the longer arm reach. He's the taller guy. And if he's smart, which I think he is, he's going to use that jab to keep Isaac Pitbull Cruz on the outside while counterpunching him and picking him off. So we'll see what happens in that fight, but I do have Jose Valenzuela for the fight. Another fight I'm interested in is Andy Ruiz and Big Baby Miller. Now, I saw Big Baby Miller lost about 40 pounds. He looks in better shape. But I will say, you know, Andy Ruiz, he does have a lot of discipline issues. But I think he will probably pull this one off because I think he's a superior fighter. He's the superior boxer. He has the faster hands. He has the faster feet. So I see Andy Ruiz pulling off a win. I don't know if he'll get a knockout. I think the fight probably goes the distance, but I do think Andy's going to win that fight. So I'm rolling with Andy, and I'm rolling with Jose Valenzuela for the win this coming Saturday night. But those are my predictions for those two fights, guys. You guys let me know what you think. Do you think Andy Ruiz is going to beat Big Baby Jarrell Miller? Do you think Jose Valenzuela has a chance against Isaac Cruz? Do you think Isaac Cruz mops the floor with Jose Valenzuela? You guys let me know how you feel about it in the comments section. It's the CMB. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. And I'm out. Peace.